Welcome to LSU's Tiger Stadium after dark, an environment unlike any other in sports. Very intimidating for visitors. As they say, this is where visitors' dreams come to die. This is not just any other matchup. Both teams come in ranked in the top 10, colliding early in the season, each trying to set the tone with a big statement. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. The Red Raiders offense has the football first here today. We'll see if this quarterback can get off to a great start, Kirk. So much for this offense and this whole team really orbits around him.
Yes, sir. The de facto Mr. Center of the universe. It's his world when he's out there, and it's up to him to create and orchestrate the details on the field. His team, his way. Can't wait to see what he does today.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
So not only does he get his first completion of the game, and that's great, but probably a good way to start this game just to be able to settle into the game and start to be able to go out there and make plays for this offense.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Across the 45 now. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. Finally marked out after a big game, but hold on. There's a penalty marker on the field. Let's check this out. It stings for the offense. Penalty will cost him 10 yards. Penalty makes it first down and 20. And he'll set up to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Dickey. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Wow, they get positive yards here, but I have a sense that they wanted a little bit more with that pitch and catch.
Second down after that short completion. Using his legs. It's Dickey. And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack.
This is exactly how you can slow down the momentum and a rhythm of an offense. You got to get some tackles for a loss and some sacks. This time, they come up with a sack by getting after that quarterback.
And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. On third down, he'll drop the throw. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Gosh, Chris, I just love this atmosphere. The home field advantage on full display. The defense flying around with energy. Nice job there on that third down of using the energy from the crowd to make that stop.
Ball fielded at the 45. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. So the LSU Tigers offense makes their way onto the field for their first possession. And here we go, Kirk, this matchup on the edge that's going to go a long way to deciding this game. An elite wide receiver and a guy who doesn't believe anybody can beat him.
This is going to be like a boxing match where it's an all-out battle. Two extremely gifted athletes competing on every snap. Better get your popcorn ready.
They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Chris, I know when we think about LSU, we go back to 2019, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, that dynamic offense. But at the end of the day, it's still LSU. It's still the SEC. And ground and pound is something they will never move away from. Great job here. Move the sticks.
LSU now operating in the red zone. From the shotgun, handoff inside. Football comes out. Defense jumps on the ball. It's a turnover.
Chris, at the risk of stating the obvious, in these conditions, the ball carriers have got to do a better job of securing the football, because if that ball gets away from you, chances are it's going to get on the ground and a turnover.
And the Texas Tech offense trots back out onto the field now. They were forced to punt it away last time, so let's see if they can get clicking in this possession. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring 2nd and inches, but sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Lets it go. And he pulls in the catch. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. See what that's about. Yeah, you simply cannot hit the quarterback like that. He got caught red-handed. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Finds his man. It's Proctor.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Handoff to the single back. They get him down, but not before he moves the football to the 32.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Good pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
You know, to me, Chris, with this offense, it's almost an extension of their running game. You put the receiver out in motion, you flip the ball out to him, out to the outside, let him do what he does best, which is use his instincts, and he picks up a first down.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Shows off the moves there, but ultimately not much of a gain.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. Either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
Looks to the left, pass caught. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play.
Really good defenses put an emphasis on winning the early downs. That means holding your own on 1st and 2nd down. So you force the offense to consistently have to try on 3rd and long. That's exactly what's happened here in this series.
Receiver makes the catch, and they stop him just short, but the defense really backed up now. It's 1st and goal.
Now that's what I call coming through for your team in a pressure situation. Great read, got the ball where it needed to go, and now you're set up to get 6.
On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. And the defense able to bring him down to wrap up the first quarter of play. Getting set for the second quarter here, both offenses searching for a spark. They didn't do much in the first quarter at all. Getting set here now for the second period. Both offenses looking for some efficiency, for a spark after that opening period. Crucial play here to begin the quarter as the offense sets up with a 2nd and goal. They'll try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
So that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
And they get set now to try the PAT. PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Return starts from inside the 5. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. The last possession ended in a fumble, and that set up a touchdown. So they got to bounce back from that right away. Opening play of the drive, quick throw to the left. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. Here's the second down play. And they'll give it to the back. They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line.
I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
Oh, looks like the defense jumped offside there. If that's the case, this will be a first down. Defense. And the encroachment penalty moves the ball up a little bit. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Off the play fake, looking to throw. And they heave it deep downfield. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. Finally able to take him down, but that's a great return after the pick.
What a play by the defensive back here. You have no idea how tough it can be and how slippery it is out there with this rain. The defense is reacting to the offense. The offense knows exactly where they're going when they're running their route. The defender has to try to be very careful to keep his footing underneath him. Sounds simple, but it's not. To come up with that interception while doing that, and that is a big-time play.
And the Red Raiders offense is back out on the field now. They begin with a quick throw to the left. And a nice first down gain there. They get him down, but very close to the first down marker.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
First down here for this offense. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the mark, inches away.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
The Red Raiders are on the move here.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain. The gain makes it 2nd and medium. Offense will keep it on the ground here. They get the senior to the ground, but it's a nice run there.
Every now and then, we see a really good run. We tend to focus on what other people did in order for that run to happen, what the offensive line did. Maybe the receivers are blocking good on the edge. Sometimes the running back is pretty good, too. And on that play, he picked up a lot of yards and made that happen with good effort.
Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. The back's got it. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
They chase him down and tried to run for it, but it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the quarterback knew the one thing he can't do here is take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. Now, he didn't pick up the 1st down, but he gave him a shot. I think he'll get some love from his guys for that effort.
1st down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning. We'll have to see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas Tech.
Man, that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a 3rd or a 4th later today.
And now the try here for the extra point. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away.
LSU 0.
He'll return it from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. Not a whole lot of time remaining before halftime to cut into this lead. So the first play of the drive here coming up, less than 2 minutes left on the clock. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Looks to the left, and it's complete. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Catch made on the out route. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. 1st down.
That's a big 1st down for this offense, and it's not been a great day so far, but maybe this play can get them going. And keep this in mind, Chris, because they started the game with the possession, they will not get to start the 2nd half on offense, so they need points right here.
They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4. Offense in hurry-up mode. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit. The clock is still running. Off to hurry up here, but it's a crucial 3rd down. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on 3rd down. And the punt team now on to kick it away. Looking to flip the field here. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. And the Texas Tech offense is back out on the field now. They've got to be pleased with their performance here in the 1st half. Let's see if they just play it cautious and get to the break in front. Solid run. They'll bring it down at the 28-yard line. And the Red Raiders will crank up the tempo. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Grab behind the line. It's sticky. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? The pocket breaking down. Oh, the pass is picked off. Touchdown, Tigers. And the defense joins the party with a pick 6.
How about that one, Chris? The big man goes up, shows his skills to come up with that interception, and then the athletic ability to run it back for a touchdown. The big guy can move.
See if they can convert the point after. PAT up and good. We get a little bit closer. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. And the Texas Tech offense trots back out onto the field now. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. First down, looking to throw the football. A short connection to the tight end here. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
After the first play, they're very close to midfield already. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Pulls it in. It's Myers. And a quick timeout called by the offense after the play.
Defenses all around the country have got to do a better job of keeping an eye on these little guys from the slot. They can dismantle a defense with their speed.
Down he goes. A sack. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Tries the right with a quick throw. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. And he'll step out of bounds, but that is a huge takeaway for this defense. Time ticking away. Time for just one more play before halftime. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. The sure hands. It's Green. He'll be brought down, and that will wrap up the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connerts now has our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific game from there in Death Valley. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. It's time to throw it back to our guys in the booth to start up the second half.
All right, Kevin, thank you. We appreciate the breakdown. The Red Raiders will kick it deep to begin the second half. And here's the return from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. Here's the first play of the drive now to begin at the 19. And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Short loss on the play sets up 2nd and long from the 18.
Boy, how about this defense? Just so physical against the run. These guys have not been able to do anything on the ground, and it's because of that defensive line and those linebackers taking away the run game.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? He's moving out of the pocket. Trying to use his legs to make the first down. Couldn't get there, and now it's a 4th down call. They bring the punter onto the field now. They're going to kick it away for the 2nd time. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. And the Red Raiders offense is back out on the field now. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Handoff to the back. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
How about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
Nowhere to run up the middle.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They're holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice game. Love to see the big man get his touches.
They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
How impressive these guys been up front today. Big 3rd down, know what you need to do, get the first down, continue to hold on to that lead, continue to work clock, and get that much closer to securing a victory.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
He's looking for that deep completion. I love the chunk play. I love the idea of being aggressive. They just come up empty.
Incompletion sets up a 2nd down. And he drops back in the gun. A sack in the play could not escape the pass rush.
Well, LSU for years has played a one-gap defense that loves to pin their ears and get upfield. It's a risky defense, and it requires great athleticism on the defensive line, something that they've had forever. Great sack here to keep that tradition alive. But you think back over the years, Bubba McFarland and Marcus Spears and Glenn Dorsey and off the edge, Kiki Mingo. Just so many great LSU defensive linemen that can get after that quarterback.
And this is an ugly shank. It looks like no return here as that punt heads out of bounds. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. Looking to throw it on 1st down. He's looking deep here. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, LSU.
Chris, how dangerous is this offense? Well, of course, you know about the receivers, those vertical shots, but here's an example. You give the ball to the running back out in space, takes it all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
And they'll set up for the PAT. He knocks through the PAT and ties the score here in the 3rd period. Now they get set to kick it away. Bringing it out. It's Dickey. Tackling at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And a Texas Tech offense is back out on the field now. Last possession, they were forced to kick it away. Can they finally get things going this time? And they'll use the ground game here.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with these defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Handoff here from the shotgun. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. I wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
And the runner steps out of bounds but does have enough yardage to pick up the 1st down.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
And the Red Raiders come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Caught in the backfield. It's Myers. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
So the offense accepts the roughing the passer penalty, gets a fresh set of downs. How aggressive will they be on this 1st down play? QB decides to keep it here. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Man, every single time this guy runs the option, you're kind of like holding your breath, wondering if he's going to break a tackle or get out in the open field and use his speed. He picks up some yards here, but let's see if this defense can keep putting pressure on him and not letting him get out into the open.
It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure, and now it brings up 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains off that incompletion. caught near the sticks. It's Proctor. They get him at the 42, good enough for a first down.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
We get to the end of 3. It's been a tremendous competitive battle, Kirk, as we check out some of the stats so far. And let's see how this one unfolds in the final quarter set to get underway. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. There's the handoff. And that run produces a decent gain.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half. And he's already at it again.
Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Lets it go quickly. That one falls incomplete, looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up third down. Defensive fans getting frustrated. Offense continues to march. It's third down. Quarterback in the shotgun. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Oh, and it's intercepted. Terrible mistake late in the game.
Oh, Chris, you're in the 4th quarter. It's a tie game, and you throw an interception. Oh, my goodness. I know it's obvious, but you just got to take care of the football. It's that simple. Now their opportunity to take the lead is lost, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. Last possession, a one-play lightning strike with the big touchdown pass. Can the defense make adjustments here? Running with purpose. Brought down after a solid run by the senior.
You know, all week, the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback, he told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. But, man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
Good throw to the left. He's got it for a big gain. The tackle is finally made, but a huge gain. He'll spot the ball near midfield to the plus 49.
Great execution here by this offense against zone coverage with a curl route. Hit that last step in your drop. You see where you want to go with it. Put it right on his shoulder for a first down.
And just a short gain this time. They're able to get him down. Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Grab behind the line. It's Watkins. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though? That's called team pursuit and swarming to the football. They didn't give him any lanes, so not much yards downfield for the receiver.
Now, a 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the place kicker in a very big spot here. He missed it. Here in the final quarter, this game remains tied.
Well, that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. And now you can see he's hanging his head. A poor kicker.
And the Texas Tech offense trots back out onto the field now. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. They'll test the right side here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Offense getting set. Second down play here. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Caught over the middle. It's Proctor. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker.
Simple pitch and catch on the drag route. Quarterbacks love these routes because they're short throws. But those yards after the catch kind of pad your stats.
Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a third down play. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Makes the catch. It's Dickey. And he's tackled just short of that first down marker. Good job by the defense.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this fourth down and short.
Here we go. Fourth down. They'll try to run for it. Brought down at the 40. That'll be a first down.
Well, there's nothing better than that. Fourth down and 1. Hand it off to your back. He's able to get behind that offensive line and pick up the first down for a new set of downs.
The Red Raiders have first and 10 here. And the single back takes the handoff.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Caught behind the line. It's Dickey. Finding space at the 20. Touchdown, Red Raiders. And they claim the lead here in the final quarter.
Man, I love running backs that can hurt you on the ground and through the air. The defense this time just underestimates his ability to catch the ball, and then the speed afterwards, it's a touchdown.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT is up and good. They lead by a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He'll bring it out from his end. It's a fumble. The returner loses the football deep in their own territory. The kick team grabs the ball.
That is an incredible job by this kickoff coverage team. You don't see many turnovers on kickoffs, but they just gifted their offense with a bonus possession.
And the Red Raiders offense is back out on the field now. The defense has all 3 timeouts remaining, so maybe they'll have to run a couple plays here. For the offense, a chance to extend the lead, but more importantly, Milt fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Texas Tech.
And it's just a thing of beauty to watch this offense. That's this guy's 3rd touchdown. But give the offensive line a lot of credit. They're getting enough of a push to give him some room to show you what he can do with that space.
Kicking team out for the PAT try. Extra point up and good. A 2-touchdown lead here now in the fourth quarter. Now the kickoff team is out on the field.
LSU 14.
Returner trying to create good field position. Returner is brought down. Gets to start on the next drive. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play. And that's the 2-minute warning here. This offense desperate to cut into this lead and then try to get the football back. This big guy's up front will have to regroup now. It's 2nd and 14. Quarterback drops back. Short pass finds the tight end. He is a load to bring down. Finally, a strong tackle by the cornerback gets him. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. And that one's picked off. What a play. Not much on the return, but that's an important takeaway. Sets up the offense at the 34.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
And the Texas Tech offense is back out on the field now. They've really built momentum in this game. They've been hard to stop. Can the defense make some adjustments, come up with a stop here? And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
They'll work the clock here with the running game. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Handoff heading left. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's 4th down. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Now comes the field goal unit. It's a fake, looking to throw. It's flipped back to the kicker. He's looking to throw the ball. And the holder completes the pass. Well, they gambled there, but it doesn't pay off. Passing up on the 3 points. Might regret that. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. He'll be taken down. There is a flag in the field. We'll see if this sack holds up.
Hold it. Offense.
So the offense will decline the penalty and just take the result of that play. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun, drops back. Down goes the quarterback. It's a sack. They'll hurry to the line here with the clock running. No press coverage. The DB's backing up now. Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Gets rid of it on the move. Makes the grab. It's Green. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up.
Offense facing 4th down.
They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. He's going to take off here. No, they've stopped him short. The defense with a big 4th down play to protect this lead late in the game. The offense starts with excellent field position. They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. And he's stopped after gaining 4 yards. So 2nd and 6.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
So with the lead secure here, it's time to just take a knee, run out the clock, and plan the victory celebration. Well, this head coach told us, be prepared well. We're ready. I'd be shocked if we didn't go out and play well. And he had a good read on his team. That's a big win.
This team was incredibly well prepared, and schematically, I liked a lot of the things that they did to counter how the defense was attacking them. Sometimes games can be won and lost thanks to a good game plan, and we saw how it made a big difference today.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.